What is up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, if you read the title, I'm going to be teaching you how to get started dropshipping in 2021 on Shopify. So in this video, I'll be taking you through the whole creation process of a store, all the way up to the point where you can put your store live and ready to run ads. So sit back and relax, or if you want, follow along with the video. Before we get started, I want to say a really quick thank you to those who subscribed from the last videos and left nice comments. It means a lot, so if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and join the fun. We're going to be doing this a lot more. We're going to be doing a lot of challenges, affiliate marketing, all sorts of good stuff. So let's get right into it. So what we're going to do, we're going to go straight to the Shopify homepage and we're going to hit start free trial. Now, if you're a beginner and you want to just play around with the store creation and you want to see what Shopify has to offer without, putting in your actual email address and signing up or anything, this is what you can do. I do this all the time. You want to go 10-minute mail, my favorite website. Go straight here and bam, it gives you an email address that's valid for 10 minutes, but you can always hit get 10 more minutes. So you want to just grab this email address, chuck it in here. Password, you can use suggested password, but I always seem to use the same passwords for my sites. Door name, Humanity YouTube tutorial. Alright, create your store. Now I'm going to have to blur the next section out because I've actually got to put some details in. Never say those details. I'm in Australia. Internet's pretty slow over here. We aren't like you US people. Are you already selling? I'm just playing around. Store revenue 0. Haven't decided yet. I always hit yes, I'm setting up or developing a store for a client. Doesn't really matter. That's just what I do. I'm going to have to blur all this out, obviously. If you don't want to put a real phone number in, all you can do is just go to the fake phone number site. Makes life a hell of a lot easier. Into my store. Alrighty, now that you filled it out, it's going to take you straight into it. You're ready to go. As a beginner, the very first thing you'll want to do is you want to go down to the App Store over here, hit visit Shopify App Store. There we go. And you want to just type in Oberlo. You've probably heard of this before. It's just a really easy way to import AliExpress products onto your website. There's a bunch of others you can use. I know I've used DSs before, but in the case of being a beginner, Oberlo is just the easiest and best way to go, I recommend. Quickly add the app. There we go. You're about to install Oberlo. Install app. There we go. We've got an account with Oberlo set up. Very straightforward. Now that our account's set up, what we want to do is we want to get a theme for our Shopify store. So we're going to come back, go to home, and you can go down, hit your online store, and it'll take you straight to the theme pages. And here we are, it says debut is our current theme. All of the basic free themes are pretty good, but I like to use just Debutify because it's pretty well optimized, has a great conversion rate, and it's very clean, easy to use. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to get Debutify. Now you want to hit free download now. And name and email, and then you want to just enter your store name. So it's as easy as just highlighting everything in this link up here before the .com. Just go paste. You can even do that, I guess. There we go. Install unlisted app. Don't worry about being unlisted. That just means it's not actually on the Shopify store. But it's a very, very popular app, very safe. There we go. It's taken us right to the main page of Debutify. We don't need to see the change log. Add to my theme library. And this is really good because it automatically syncs with the Shopify, so there's no extra work that you really have to do. There we go. You have successfully added Debutify. There we go. Debutify also comes with a bunch of add-ons that you can get, but I don't believe that they're free. They have like a subscription plan you can use to do that. It's not necessary, especially being a beginner. I think you're better off building a nice website just from the get-go, as free as possible. And then once you start seeing sales come in, you can work on your page and continue improving it. Perfect. Now, as you see down here, we have Debutify loaded up in our theme library. All you want to do is hit Actions, hit Publish. This would just put it in place of debut. That way when we hit customize or anything like that, all the actions that we do get put onto that theme. Pretty self-explanatory. Now what we want to do is you want to find a product to sell. So let's just scroll through the home page. For the sake of the video, I think we'll just go with something as simple as watches or watch straps. Why not? We'll click this watch, it looks pretty fancy. Perfect. Alright, so that's what we'll do. Now that you've selected your product, you want to add it to your store. You can add the Oberlo extension onto your Chrome browser, and that way you can just hit a little add to Oberlo thing here. But you can always just highlight the product code, come to Oberlo, go import list, hit add products by URL, smack that one in there, and there we go. It's going to come straight up with the watches. Boom. What we're going to do, we're going to make sure that we have everything we want. We can get rid of the description, it's not really useful. Watches have a relatively high perceived value, so what we could do is we can go put them all at $49.99. There we go, apply. There we go. Perfect images. Now this is where we select any images that we want, hit import to store, and these have all been sent to the store. So you can hit edit product on Shopify, it'll open up a new tab for you. It'll take you straight to the product page on your Shopify where it will show you that. This is where you put the name of the watch in or name of your product, and I'm just going to go something like, call it the Spyglass 65. I don't know, seems like a bit of a James Bond theme, nice classy watches, anything like that. This is where you add a description of your product, but you don't really need to do that right now. What we can do is we can hit save. What I like to do is build out the front of the store and then work out all the products. That way I can kind of get a vibe for the page. So I've got my store, I've got my Oberlo, I've got my watch imported. What I need to do now is think of a brand name. So I called the watch the Spyglass 65. I'm sure we can come up with something to do with that. If you really can't think of a name, what you can do is you can go to namemesh.com and it'll bring you up to this website where you can put in a keyword and it will spit out a few ideas for you. So what I can do is I can type in Spyglass and watch. There we go. So this is going to come up with all the available domains. You pretty much just want to scroll down the page here, see if anything speaks out to you. Like Rambus watch sounds pretty cool, but it's got nothing to do with Spyglass. Actually, we'll call it a timepiece. All right, now that we have one Spyglass timepiece, what we want to do is we actually want to jump over to Canva. And within Canva, all we want to do is just type in logo, hit enter. What we want to do is we want to scroll through here for a little while until we find something that really stands out. And what I'm looking for specifically is something that looks a little bit fancy. So this one over here. There we go. Now if we type in watch, we might get something cool. And elements, watch. This one's actually not bad. We can change that to white. And there we go. In a matter of a couple minutes, I found something along the lines of what I'd like to have for my watch page. Not too bad. What we want to do is we want to go to the download section. I don't have Canva Premium because I'm a cheapskate, so I'm just going to hit download like that. Then I'm just going to open up Photoshop. Open up a new Photoshop thing. You definitely don't have to do this. There's also other services you can use, but you kind of just go with what you know for the most part. If you do have experience in Photoshop, it's pretty easy just to, quickly open Photoshop and get the ball rolling. Just drag and drop the logo in there. And what I want to do is I want to get a transparent background on it. So you're just going to go select by color range, hit that, make sure fuzziness is off. There we go. And we have our transparent logo here. So what we want to do is we want to go export as, export all, drag this into here. Logo transparent. Go back here. Let's start customizing our Debutify theme. Alright, here we are inside of the Debutify theme. So let's get right into it. Let's go straight to the header. You want to hit our logo, and you want to just grab the logo from here. And you want to grab the logo transparent, drag that in there. There we go. We can also adjust the logo height as well. Now, what's really important is that you take it to mobile. Now, as you see here, I'm not too much of a fan about having the blue backdrop on this. So what we could do is we could change the color theme of the page, or alternatively we could go and edit our logo and have it a black on a white background, so it would fit like this. But I think I might edit the page in just a second. That's all fine how it is. Now we want to go to the welcome thing, content welcome. You can hit explore free images, hit watches, and if you really can't find anything you want, what you can do is you can go to Unsplash. This is one of my favorite websites to get royalty free images. You want to just type in watch and you want to see what comes up. So right off the bat, beautiful watch. Alright, ideally though, if you're running the store yourself, what you want to do is you want to order the product in, get some really high quality photos, and then upload them that way. Otherwise, this isn't too bad though. You can go save image as, save, go back over here, library, drag this in there. There we go. Now we've got a nice watch in the backdrop there. And you want to hit select. Now where it says heading in the welcome area, you want to have something that kind of grips the audience, something that interesting, captivating, grabs their attention. So you want to spend a bit of time thinking about something that could be like that. There we go. Here I've just gone with a simple quote: lost time is never found again. And let's have the heading take charge, as in keep track of your time. I'm not much of a watch salesman, but for the sake of the video, I might as well be. Here, typography, and then here we can change the font. I think it's important to have a font that reflects the branding. There we go. You don't have to be too picky with your fonts. If you can't really find anything you like, you can also always download external fonts and load them into your Shopify store. But what I'm actually going to do for the background, for this header background, I wanted it to be the same color as a logo. A quick way to do that is just to go over to here, click this, click the color. When you click the new color, it actually comes up with the hashtag and the number color of what it was. You can just go over here, header background, and enter the new color in. There we go. Now it's a little bit dull, but if you go, there we go. We just want to adjust the header text to white, that way we can see everything there. Do a cart. There we go. Now that we fixed our fonts and colors, all we have to do is just go back to the main page here and start working on our front page. We can take probably featured content out of there. We don't necessarily need it. Got to get in that, click this, remove section. We can either hide them or remove them. I may as well remove them. I don't see myself using them. Remove section. In the featured product section, you just add your product. The Spyglass 65. There we go. Stands out right there. Now we want to add a picture for our featured section. We can go over here. We may as well hit download here. There we go. We have a whole bunch just added in like that. So what we can do is we can just drag it in. See what we get. Didn't necessarily want that one. We can just drag another one in. Once you add your sections in, you might realize I don't really like that. You can go remove the section. You can add another one. Let's add an image with text. That'll do. There we go. Put this above the spyglass. There we go. Just wrote be bold. Our timepieces are handcrafted. Be bold yet subtle. Contemporary yet modern. Ornate yet durable. Now as we can see here where it has color, it's just a bunch of nothing. What we can do is on the Spyglass 65 in the settings on the product, you'll see variant picker type button. If we change that to drop down, it'll bring up one. So all this is the different SKUs and the variants. What we can do is we can go to the product section later and change them so they all have fancy names. Like you could have sterling silver, Vanta black, some sort of brown, and then a subscribe to our newsletter section that can stay. Why not? We can pretty much just get rid of the guarantees. All it does is make it further for customers to go when they're actually looking for the About Us section. So there we go. In our footer, we can get rid of that. Subscribe to our newsletter because we already have one above it. It's not too hard to get a 1-800 number for your company. If you don't want to put your own phone number there, you just got to look it up on Google. You can actually buy a service to do it. Of course, you don't have to answer your phone 24/7. You can remove the whole phone option altogether if you didn't want to. It's really easy to link to Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram things if you wanted to. You don't have to have them there, but you can always just delete them. Also, pro tip for those who didn't know what I did to save all these products, I have a thing called Alisave, which you can get just by going to Google, type in Alisave, Alisave. It'll take you straight to the Chrome store and you just hit add to Chrome. You don't even need to reset Chrome, it just happens within 5 seconds. One thing that we will add that I won't put on here is reviews. But they're very easy to get. All you have to do is just go save. Let's go back to the main page. Go online store, or actually go to apps. Hit visit the Shopify store. Now as you can see, it comes up with a bunch. My go-to has always been Luke's because I just think they always look the nicest and the cleanest. They go on the website very easily. And you can also add them to the main page as well as the product page. So this is something you must not forget. By no means do you actually have to go with Luke's. There's plenty of free options just down here. A lot of them have free plans available. Some of these are free to install. Close out of that. Come back here. Before we go editing all that, we need to add a few pages. This will be the Contact Us page. There we go. So that's just a very, very basic bare bones Contact Us page. Essentially what you want to do is you want to make yourself easy to access, easy to buy from. You want to reduce any bottlenecks that you may have in the purchase process. So we'll save that page. Let's create another page. We'll come down and we'll call this FAQs. Here in the FAQ section, we want to address any potential problems that may arise before we even get them. So the main thing from AliExpress is shipping times. So we want to say something like, how long will it take for me to receive my product? Question mark. And then your answer will be, and you want to say something along the lines of, we have warehouses across the globe. Depending on where you live, our products can expect to take anywhere from 7 to 13 days. There we go, hit save on that one. You want to fill out a lot more questions than that as well. Anything that you think might be another bottleneck, whether it might be price. Here we have the refund policy. You pretty much want to be very lenient with your refund policy. It's very important that you are, because a lot of people make their buying decisions based on whether or not they can return the item if they're unhappy. If they purchase from you and they know that within 60 days they're not happy, they can get their money back, they're more likely to purchase. And the chances of them actually trying to return the product aren't really any higher. So you won't have to worry about increased returns very much. What you're trying to do here is make it as easy as possible for people to say, yes, I want this product. Something as simple as that. So like to speak to a team member about how you can return your product, please email us at contact@returns.com, or any email you have associated with your account there. So you want to just hit save on that one. There we go, we've got our pages up now. We want to go to the navigation section. And here we go, we can see our main menu. It's only got the home and the catalog. What we want to do is we want to actually add the name, which would be our the Spyglass 65. And you want to hit products. There we go. We also want to add contact us, pages, contact us, add. Just keep adding all the menus in. We're going to go FAQs. And we're going to go pages, FAQs. You don't necessarily need to add the refund policy in the top. You can add the refund policy in the footer menu. So we want to go back out of this, save menu. You may as well delete the catalog section because it's just a one product store at this point in time. Go footer menu. There we go. We want to add all of these. Contact us. FAQs. And then the refund policy. Oops. Pages. Refund policy. Add. Save menu. Look at that. Easy. Now that that's set up, we want to go to our settings. Shipping and delivery. Standard shipping for the world. We want to go edit rate. $0 based on order price. Done. Free shipping for the rest of the world. We can delete all these standard ones. Add rate. Set up your own rates. Standard. Free. Done. There we go. Free shipping for everyone. Save. There we go. Pretty much everything is all set up as it should be. So what we want to do now is we want to go back to our products. And we want to edit our spyglass product. And by edit, I mean we want to add a compelling description, some photos in there, and there we go. We've added a little description in there. So if we go back to our online store, oops, better hit save. It's very important you always hit save. You don't want to lose what you've just done. There we go. Now we can go back to our online store. Go back here. Make sure it's in mobile. There we go. Take charge. Lost time is never found again. Be bold. There's information about it there. The Spyglass 65 comes in a bunch of variants. There we go. You can adjust all of these in the product section where I just was by adjusting the SKU variants and the names, or alternatively you can adjust them on Oberlo before you import them, but that's just an extra little touch you can do. If you really wanted to, if you're lazy, you could just delete them and say black, rose gold, silver, blah blah blah. But I recommend if you're going for something a bit fancy, you want to make up your own colors, make up your own names, like van to black. I think that sounds real fancy. We can hit full details. It'll take us to the page there, just like that. And just as I said with testimonials, we want to get rid of those. Testimonials are more or less for like courses and high ticket things. It's not very often you need to see testimonials on a watch site or any other sort of dropshipping site. It kind of looks a bit out of place. And everything's all set up. You can just go straight, boom, add to cart. You can leave special instructions for the seller, or it can be like call before arriving, and you can add some random phone number. And you want to hit checkout. So everything works as it should. And you also have return policy. You have everything all set up as well. There we go. Hopefully the tutorial helped you design your site a little bit better. Hopefully you learned a few bits and pieces with Canva, the App Store, AliExpress, Alisave, all these little bits and pieces. Make sure you check out the Debutify theme because it is very simple, very straightforward, and it's one of the easiest for beginners to use, and it's one of the easiest to make look clean. I will be doing a Shopify dropshipping challenge, like a 24-hour challenge, or dropshipping on a low budget challenge. I just thought I'd get this one out of the way, showing you how to make a store. If you want, I'll show you how to set up Facebook ads. I'll show you how to do Instagram influence ads, where to find them, how much to pay, how to barter. If you want me to be more in-depth and make a more in-depth video, I can absolutely do that. I can show you how to add your own code into the Shopify theme. Alrighty, thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.